It's already June, and we all know that summer is a budget killer. Between travel camps and just staying cool, discretionary spending usually spikes right about now. Today, we're going over a mid-year financial checklist to help you pivot. By the end of this video, you will be moving from spending mode back into pacing mode to ensure your long-term goals don't get sidelined by the summer sun. A few small adjustments now can save you thousands in taxes early next year. First up, the 401k audit. For 2026, the limit is $24,500. If you're 50 or older, you get an $8,000 catch-up. And for those in the 60 to 63 super catch-up window, that limit jumps even higher. But remember, starting this year, if you make over $150,000, those catch-up contributions must be Roth. This changes the math on your take-home pay. Let's do a quick math. Grab your latest pay stub. We need to find your pacing number. Take the annual limit of $24,500, subtract what you've already contributed year to date, and divide it by your remaining pay periods. If you've contributed $10,000 so far and have 12 paychecks left, you'd need to contribute $1,208 per paycheck to hit the cap. Now, every family's cash flow is different. You might not choose to hit the full limit, and that's okay. But here is the strategy. If you are using traditional or pre-tax contributions, every dollar you put in is money the IRS doesn't tax today. It directly lowers your taxable income. For some families, that reduction might drop your top dollars into a lower tax bracket entirely. For example, if you're hovering at the edge of the 24% bracket, maximizing your pre-tax contributions could keep that income taxed at only 22%. If you're using a Roth 401k, you won't see this tax break today, but you'll get it in retirement. Check your math and see which path fits your goals for the rest of the year. This strategy may change year over year. Here is the mistake that costs people thousands: front-loading. Let's look at the numbers. Imagine you earn $150,000 and your company matches 4% per pay period. That's $250 of free money every single paycheck. If you get aggressive and contribute 30% of your pay to hit the $24,500 limit early, you might hit that cap by July. Because you've hit the IRS limit, you can't contribute another dime in August, September, or the rest of the year. The problem? Most employers only give you that match if you are actively contributing. By hitting the limit in July, you miss out on the match for the next 10 paychecks. That is $2,500 of free money you just threw away. Unless your plan has a true-up provision, which many don't, that money's gone forever. The goal is to cross the finish line on December 31st, not a moment before. Now, let's look at your tax and healthcare vital signs. If you have a high-deductible health plan, the HSA is your best friend. It's the only triple tax-advantaged account where you get a tax break going in, tax-free growth, and tax-free withdrawals for medical bills. However, some people use it wrong. Say you have a $1,000 medical bill. You could pay it with your HSA today. You saved about $250 in taxes, which feels good. But what if you paid that bill out of pocket and left that $1,000 in the HSA, invested in the S&P 500? At a 7% average return, that $1,000 grows to roughly $3,870 over 20 years. Because it's an HSA, you can withdraw that $3,870 tax-free later in life to cover health costs. By spending the $1,000 today, you didn't just spend $1,000, you spent nearly $4,000 of future tax-free wealth. If you have the cash flow, let the HSA grow. It's not a checking account, it's a stealth IRA. In 2026, the maximum annual contribution limit is $4,400 for self-only coverage and $8,750 for family coverage. Lastly, here is a mid-year warning. If you change jobs this year, check for an orphan HSA. When your monthly contributions stop, many providers start hitting you with $3 to $5 monthly admin fees that slowly drain your balance. The good news? Your HSA is 100% portable. You can roll that old balance into a new fee-free provider. Don't let your old employer's bank nickel and dime your future healthcare fund. Next, let's check your income. Did you get a raise or a bonus this spring? Congratulations. But your tax bracket likely shifted, and your withholding might not have kept up. Let's look at the bonus trap. Most companies withhold a flat 22% on bonuses. But if you're a family earning $200,000, your top tax bracket is likely 24% or even 32%. If you received a $20,000 bonus this spring, your company likely sent $4,400 to the IRS. But if you're in the 32% bracket, you actually owe $6,400 on that money. That is a $2,000 shortfall sitting on your books right now. The Q2 estimated tax deadline is June 15th. Missing estimated payment can trigger underpayment penalties, even if you pay in full later. Remember the safe harbor rule, which I covered in this video? I linked in the card above in the description below. I'll also have the official IRS withholding estimator linked below. Okay, quick check for the parents and families. First, 529 plans. Automate these before back-to-school shopping starts. Why putting even $20 into a 529 will significantly increase your kids' wealth later. Check out my 529 deep dive video in the card above and the description below. Second, dependent care FSAs. Summer camps are a qualifying expense. Make sure you're collecting receipts now. Finally, if you did a home renovation this spring, call your agent to update your umbrella policy. Your liability has likely increased along with your home's value. When you have some spare time between your summer getaways, do this homework. Your future self will thank you. 1. Grab your last pay stub and review your year-end projected income. 2. Run the retirement pacing formula we discussed. 3. Check those HSA balances or accounts. 4. Check out the recent video I covered on the travel deduction guide. You'll be able to travel for free when you do the smart bleisure this summer. Let's make the second half of this year your strongest yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.